Hey YouTube, this is Mr. King Lim, and today I will be doing part 5 of my Hidden Arsenal deck profile series. And the deck profile we will be covering in today's episode is Gustos. So here we go. First off, we have 2 Musto Oracle of Gusto. Now I'm running this because it basically allows you to recycle Gustos into the deck, and it also allows you to negate an opponent's monster effects until the end phase. So it's quite handy. You're recycling and also limits abilities. Next up we have Ghost Fairy Alphobia. Now the reason this card I use in the deck is because there is of course a lot of low level wind monsters. So basically, say if I reveal a Gusto Eagle, then the opponent will not be able to activate monsters effects that have a higher level. So if I reveal Eagle, which is level 1, level 2 or higher monsters cannot activate any effects. So that limits cards like Rescue Rabbits, Goblinberg, that's those sort of monsters. Speaking of Eagle, I am running 2 Gusto Eagle. Now this allows you to search the deck, well actually allows you to special summon a level 4 or lower non-tuner Gusto monster from the deck when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. I'm running 3 Winder Priestess of Gusto. Same again, when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, I can special summon a Gusto tuner monster from the deck. Next up we have Kami Hope of Gusto. Now this one I'll basically use as a stall card basically because it's a flip effect, so basically I'd maybe open with that first turn and try to protect it, so I could special summon the Gusto tuner from the deck and then go for a quick synchro. Gusto Falco is another tuner I'm using, and also probably the main tuner I use in the deck is 3 Gusto Golder. Now this will allow me to summon. This will allow me to special summon the level 2 or lower Gusto monster from the deck when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, so it's not limited to battle this time. It can be either by card effect or by battle, so that's why it's probably the most useful tuner in the deck. And the last Gusto I'm using is Gusto Thunderbolt, and because there's a lot of wind cards in this deck, I've decided to put in 2 Flying Kamakuris. Okay, now for the spells. Now actually there's not that many spells actually in the deck. But the spells I'm using 1 Shrine of Mist Valley. Basically helps me get those Gustos out quicker when it's destroyed by a card effect. So basically some of the Gustos effects cover attacks. I put this in so it cover card effects. I'm also using 2 Pot of Duality, basically just to get the cards I need. I'm also using Book of Moon, Dark Hole, and 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Now for the traps. I've used quite a large amount of traps actually in this deck. Just basically to protect the Gustos, just in case I need to. But some of them is also for recycling, as you'll see. Yeah, the first traps I'm using is 2 Whirlwind of Gusto. This basically allows you to shuffle 2 Gustos back into the deck, and then it also allows you to special summon the Gusto from the deck with 1000 or less defense. So it can be a quick way to get your Gustos out. And I'm also using 2 Blessings of Gusto. Basically, you also can yet again shuffle 2 Gustos into the deck, but this time you can select a 3rd Gusto in the deck and special summon that from the graveyard. I'm also using 2 Fiendish Chain, 2 Mirror Force, 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential, 1 Compulse, 1 Breakthrough Skill, and 3 Call of the Haunted. And now we get to the extra deck. Now this deck I'd say is mainly a synchro deck, but I've also thrown in a few a few Exceed options just in case. Okay, first off we have Daigusto Threes for the level 6. Then we have Daigusto Goldus for the level 5 Gusto. I think most of the time I usually go for this Gusto because I do like it. I like its effect. It's basically is a mini pot of avarice for the Gustos. So that's the main feature with Gustos. I think they can recycle themselves back into the deck. For the level 4 I'm playing a Falcus. I do admit I've probably played more level 4 Synchros, but at the moment I don't have any. And probably the boss, the main Gusto Synchro, is Daigusto Eagles. That's the level 7. And the other two Synchros I'm running is Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth, and of course a Black Rose Dragon. Now for the Exceeds, I'm running Gachi Gachi Kenzetsu and number 96 Dark Mist for the rank 2s. I'm using a Wind Up Zenmaines as the rank 3. And for the rank 4s, I've actually got quite a few rank 4 options due to the fact that the Gustos can recycle themselves quite a bit. So I've got one Gemini Pearl, one number 50 Black Ship of Corn, two Utopias, and also a Daigusto Emerald. So anyway, there is the Gusto deck. I do like using this quite a bit. I do like the way that the Gustos can recycle themselves quite a lot, and it's probably, well, I do like this art style, that's for certain. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Oh, and just to give a quick update on the Hidden Arsenal deck profile series. Unless I do any major updates to any of the deck profiles, like say Gemini, Violon or Larval, this will probably be the last deck profile in this series. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and this is Mr. King Liam saying bye YouTube.